Next, we have Representative Camillo from the great town of Greenwich. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Chairman France, Chairman Fonfara, Chairman Rojas, Ranking Member Davis, and distinguished members of the Finance Committee. Thank you for granting HB 5009, an act concerning exempting car wash services from the sales tax hearing, and for allowing me to testify for repeal of this tax. In the early 1990s, this legislature put a tax on car washes. About 4 years later, they rescinded it because it found out that it didn't bring in the revenue that it thought it would, and it was really hard to track. Unfortunately, a few years ago, the governor and the legislature agreed, put this tax back on car washes. These are small businesses. These owners have told us it has hurt them since we've done this. They have had to cut back on employment. It certainly is one of those businesses, those services, that'll be the first thing to go when people are having a hard time with their finances. It doesn't make sense. It's a nuisance tax. You know, it may not seem like a big deal, but these car washes are small businesses in our state, and we're hurting them. We all remember what former Chief Justice John Marshall said about the power to tax is the power to destroy. This does hurt them. So thank you again for allowing me to testify, and I'd be happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Representative Camillo. Great job. We appreciate that. And just from personal experience, there are times when you notice the new tax or the new tax rate on certain goods and services. And it hit me, I think it was probably about 3 months ago when I went into our local Splash car wash, and the bill was $24.50. You have to leave a tip. It's the right thing to do. So we're talking $27, $28. And it dawned on me, I could probably do this myself in about 15, 20 minutes or so, something like that. And I have done that in the past, and because the car wash wasn't open. But I have to believe a lot of people are thinking this is just too much. And so this being one of the most discretionary of spending activities that people engage in, and it's very elastic, price elastic, I imagine it's cut into their business significantly. This is a downward spiral that they're in because of this tax, which adds so much to the cost of getting your car washed. So thank you for testifying on behalf of the industry and trying to restore some vitality to that business. Representative Cheeseman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Good to see you today, Representative Camillo. We've talked about how the effect this has on the customers and the increased price. Can you address the additional administrative burden on the owner of the car wash? Because once you're having to collect sales tax, it puts a whole new layer of complexity on your finances. And obviously, if you own one car wash or two or three, you probably don't have a giant compliance. So if you could talk about that, please.
Sure. It's certainly a component of this. It's not the argument that I'm making today, the administrative burden, but certainly it is there. It is another thing that we're putting on our business owners. You know, we all go around election time and say we're going to be for small business, we're going to be for the little guy, and yet we go and we sit by and we watch this tax stay on the books. I don't understand it. I think this is one that we can get rid of. And I think, again, just judging by history in the 1990s, more money would come back in because of this, the sales tax, for the taxes that the businesses would be paying and the workers would be paying. Because if they're laying some off because of this, and if it's hurt their bottom line, then that's a decrease of revenue to the state. So it's certainly the administrative burden is part of it, but I certainly am not making that as my my primary argument today.
All right, thank you. But I share your feeling that, particularly with smaller businesses, we are very quick to add another mandate, tax, whatever, forgetting that they're not Aetna or even a medium-sized business, that it's going to fall on the owner or someone else, and every minute they have to spend on that is time they can't spend growing their business.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
I agree. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Representative. Any additional questions? Seeing none, thank you very much for your excellent testimony. Hold.
Thank you, and I'll see.
Senator Boucher.
Oh, you have it.
Mr. Chairman, just briefly, it's so good to see you here, Representative Camillo. What you point out, though, is just one of many businesses that I hear from. And that's obviously something that everyone uses, but there are a host of others that have been targeted in that way, whether it's dry cleaning establishments, yoga facilities, you name it. And, Connecticut has targeted so many small businesses. It's almost like a death by 1,000 cuts, rather than just saying, okay, we're just going to increase the income tax to 9 or 10% and cover all these costs. Instead, they grab your electric bill and put a fee on there for something, and then they sweep it into the general fund to solve this. I don't know if you feel the same as I, that this is a part and parcel of a bigger problem.
Yeah, no, I agree, Senator. I think everybody up here hears from their constituents in all different fields, all different businesses. And again, these are businesses that can't pick up and move. We worry about the hedge funds leaving, and we should, because they're taking a lot of money with them. But they can leave pretty easily. When you throw taxes on car washes or restaurants, they're not easily, they're not able to easily move, pick up and stake. So I think we have to be their voice up here, and we have to, be their advocates, and that's why I think this would be a good idea to get rid of this tax. Thank you for the question.
Thank you both, and good luck getting back this afternoon.
Thank you. You too, Senator. Thank you.